Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm over here going for my walks. I normally do it real early, but I did it today around 9, 10 o'clock. Uh, today, right? I was just walking, mind my own business, you know, just relaxing, having a good time, enjoying nature and stuff like that. And I was just browsing through Facebook, right? And I saw um, it's kind of hazy out here. What's going on? Blue sky, hazy, whatever. Anyway, listen. I was just browsing through Facebook, and there's this restaurant here. It's called Papalapas or La Papa. I don't forget what the name. It's a Mexican. It's a Mexican Tex-Mex. And I noticed I went there a long time ago, and I don't know. There's something. It's like an American trying to make Mexican food the American way, and that doesn't cut it. That doesn't go. You either gotta be Mexican and you know what the hell you're doing, or just stick to American food. Don't try to do something that people are not gonna like it. Anyway, look what happened. I went a couple of months ago. I took a friend of mine to have dinner there, and I ordered some chicken enchilada with mole on top. I can't remember if it had cheese or something. Can't remember. The thing is, what I didn't like about it is the enchilada with the chicken inside. The meat was kind of hard to chew. It was hard to cut even with the fork. It wasn't like I went to another restaurant a long time ago, and I ordered a chicken enchilada, and the chicken was very soft and very chewy. It was pleasant. It was delicious, and you could eat the whole thing, and you could lick the plate. That's how good it was. So I went to this place, Papalapas or La Papa. I forgot what name of the restaurant is. The thing is that they turned around, they gave me this enchilada with mole on top. It tastes good. But when I started digging into the enchilada itself, the chicken was terrible. It was hard, difficult to chew, difficult to eat, and I had to give it up. And I said, listen, I don't want this. This is too much. And then I went to Taco Palenque, supposed to be from Monterrey. I went there with my niece, and we had some chicken enchilada again with the mole. And I said, what the hell is this? What is this? Like, I just couldn't believe what I was eating. It was difficult to chew. It was hard. I could not enjoy my freaking dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna serve food to the public, make sure that it tastes so good that the people will come back over and over and over and over again. It should taste so good and so chewy and so easy to chew that people will sit there enjoying it like, you know what I mean, right? Okay, I don't want to go into that. But what I'm saying is that it should be so pleasant that it calls for a bottle of wine. That's what I'm talking about. That it satisfies the palate of your mouth in such a degree that you just have to get a bottle of wine. It calls for celebration. It calls for, this is delicious. I'm going for this. Even Palenque messed up. And you know what they did? I told the lady, listen, this is horrible. Oh, I'm sorry, whatever, you know, what you want us to do? Can you give me this thing without this and without that? So she said, oh, we got it, but without we don't wrap it up with tortillas. We have like a beef stew, sort of. And I said, okay, let me try that. And they totally ruined it again. The meat was horrible to chew on. I couldn't enjoy it. I couldn't just sit down and be totally satisfied. They ruined it. I just left it. Me and my niece got up and left. This is not right. This is, if you're going to serve food, man, you know, at least have the decency to, you know, sell something that people can come back to it. People will be satisfied completely right there. A meal that will demand a bottle of wine because you're going to celebrate your palate, you're going to celebrate with your friends, and you're going to say, this is good, this is delicious. And I've been to a lot of restaurants. I've been to thousands of restaurants since 2017. And believe me, I've been to a lot of them that they were delicious and good, and they were perfectly satisfying. And believe me, I know about restaurants. Okay, I'm a critic. I'm a critic. I like to do construction criticism. That's what I like, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to tell you is that these people are not concentrating in making the food delicious enough where everybody could enjoy it and have fun at the same time. So I recommend that if you're trying to open a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, make sure that you're Mexican and don't be like that guy in Staten Island from Chekhov guy. Chekhov, from Chekhov, Minor Asia. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, this guy, he opened up a Puerto Rican restaurant. And I went. A guy from, a Chekhov guy, you know, from over there, from Albania, over that area. I said, what the heck? Let me go try. And every time I went there, I had a problem with the food. It wasn't Puerto Rican. It tasted like a horror story, like a nightmare from Elm Street. I'm telling you. The only thing that they made perfect in that restaurant, the only thing that they made the most perfect, delicious, satisfying to the soul was the jibarito sandwich. Jibarito sandwich is nothing else but braised pork with two plantains squeezed and turned into like a sandwich, and then they put all the ingredients inside. It's mad delicious. And also the best thing they also make there is a tembleque. It's a dessert. It's a tembleque is from Puerto Rico. It's one of the most delicious things that you can eat. But the rest was piece of crap. The pasteles, they were done in a food processor, so they tasted like farina. And I even talked to the owner, and I said, listen, what the hell is this? Why are you serving here? Oh, those are Puerto Rican pasteles. I said, sir, I'm this age, and I've been around for so long to know what a pastel is, but this is an insult to my intelligence. And then he tells me, so what am I gonna? So how am I supposed to do it? How you do it? I said, this is supposed to be graded by hand, or get a machine in the Bronx that costs $125, and that's how the difference is. So anyway, what happened? The restaurant didn't last long. It lasted like, I'll say 5 months, and it was closed. And every time somebody opens a restaurant in that little spot, they always close within months. It's because they don't know how to cook. It's because they are attempting to make a dish that never hits it. Like, what the heck, bro? And so everything was messed up about it. So what I'm trying to say is that if you are Mexican, open a Mexican restaurant. Don't be like that lady in New Jersey, in Bergen Line, in Union City, that she's a Mexican owner, and she opened up a Peruvian restaurant, and also another piece of crap. The shafa rice was with calamari inside. It looked like I was eating rubber bands. And then the chicken was hot like hell, because the Peruvian people, they are known for the rotisserie chicken that falls off the bone. But this Peruvian restaurant, the way they did it, you fall off the seat. That's how bad it was. It was hard, difficult to chew, difficult to eat. And I even told the owner, I said, what the hell is this? Oh, it's a Peruvian. I said, listen, ma'am, all due respect, if you're Mexican, open an authentic Mexican restaurant and get some Mexican chef that they know what the heck they're doing. You open up a Peruvian restaurant, that's the biggest mistake you ever made. So I recommend close down or open up a Mexican restaurant. And I'm talking about real Mexican restaurant, not freaking this Tex-Mex. I'm talking about authentic from Zacatecas, Ciudad de Mexico, Chihuahua, Guanajuato, whatever. But don't try to, if you're Mexican, don't try to be Peruvian. That's impossible. You cannot do it. You cannot cut it. Some people do, but not everybody's good for that. So I recommend, if you're going to open a restaurant, if you're Puerto Rican, open a Puerto Rican restaurant. Don't open a Dominican restaurant, and don't open, if you are Russian, don't open a Ukrainian restaurant. Whatever the heck you are, you're going to do, don't do it. Do your nationality, your state, your country, and match it. You understand? So don't mess up. So anyway, so that's what I want to say, So anyway, that's what I want to say. I want to get this off my chest. God bless you guys.